This video is to introduce you to the main site root folder. What an important aspect this folder is. You think of files and folders, and we tend to throw them all over the place, every kind of flash drive and on the cloud and on our own personal computers. But we can't really be that sloppy with web design. We've got to organize all the files and keep all of them that are part of your website together. And that's what this is, the main site root folder. So this is something that you're going to be able to download. You're going to be able to download that from right here, step 2, under our resources for ART 354. You click on that and you'll be able to download the main site root folder. So let me just tell you through this illustration what's inside of it. Well, inside is several other folders. You have CSS, that's style code. You have your images, and these are the ones that are made for the web, such as JPEGs or PNGs, etc. You have your downloadable files, things like PDFs or Word documents you want to share with others, and then maybe some JavaScript. And there could be some other folders too, but that's the general idea. And then also inside that, we have our HTML. We'll have our index.html. That's our home page, and it has to be called that. And then eventually, well, it'll come with this, but we won't be using it right away, and that is a secondary site root folder. Yep, right inside the main site root folder. And as long as we identify the main site root folder as the main folder every time, it will be syncing both websites. For the first half of the class, we'll just be using this one, and then the second half of the class, we'll be using this one. Every time we'll sync with the server, moving our files from the main site root folder to the server. We'll be moving all of them every single time. Okay, what does it really look like in real life? Well, it's something more along the lines of this. It'll just be called main site root folder, and there alphabetically, if you under this view, will have all of your files. And the same, if I click on the site root folder, it will have a CSS, a download images, JavaScript, etc., even an index and all the other HTML pages. All right, so I suggest you kind of store this thing on a flash drive, and that you get a second flash drive as a backup. Wherever, you could put it on a different thing. You could put it on your laptop. Oh, running out of space for my amazing video here. And that could be a PC or a Mac, whatever. You could save it on the cloud, but you got to be consistent, and whatever system you use, InDesign has to know where these files are. Otherwise, you're going to have one very confused computer. I've seen students save some of the files, say the index page, they saved it on the desktop of their computer, and then they put the CSS files over on a flash drive, and then they save some of that stuff here. Well, every time you link, those are linked files making your web page. Every time you do that, Dreamweaver is writing code as to where to find these links. Fortunately, when you publish this on the web, due to security and firewalls, etc., people can't just randomly access your flash drive or your computer or even your cloud files. So that's a good thing in the sense that we don't want people poking around in our files, but they won't be able to see your web page either, so it won't work. So you just keep getting this confused computer saying, well, where do I find the files? You've written the code this way. It doesn't make any sense. You can solve all that by simply simplifying, saying, I'm always going to save the main site root folder to one place, and I'll back it up, weekly or so. And then I'll never move it. So take your first vow, promise that you'll download this thing, find a home for it, and then never move it, and then things will go much smoother. I'll show you really quickly in Dreamweaver how to go about setting it up. So once you turn on Dreamweaver and you're going to make a new page, let's just cancel it. Let's just say the first thing you should do is go to Manage Sites, and your list is, I have a whole bunch here. You're going to have 0. That's fine. You'll just click on New Site. You'll give it a name. How about Main Site Root Folder? And then you click on this little icon to identify where it is. I think I have downloaded it to the desktop. So there you go. There it is. You choose it, and then you save it. Now Dreamweaver will be building everything you make, your CSS, your HTML, right to this folder. It knows where to save everything. And when you move that to the server so the world could find it, they're going to be able to access it because it's structured properly as well. So we might go over that again several times, but you get the general idea now. Okay, well, again, that's the importance of the main site root folder. Thank you.